stage. Because, oh Lord, it's the black dastiny, the black hypocrisy, the black imagination for me. I took down the iconic intro. You see our virtual tour background, you hear our legendary music, and then there is me. Hi, everybody. All right. So, it's interesting. We got people being Dr. Phil on YouTube, not ever being a parent. you know, if I was a sibling and my sibling carried themselves with a air of if you do something to me, I'm gonna have a beef with you forever. I wouldn't want to be your sibling either. Yes, there is pain on all sides. And granted, we don't hear each other's pain, but we also have to be willing to be humble and also recognize our responsibilities in order to receive being heard. That's the first thing. Second thing, I had a coworker that said they didn't like Vin Diesel. They didn't like his acting. You know what I said to him? I said, "Go do what Vin Diesel has done, and then come back." But since I know you won't, since I know you don't have the capacity, capability, brain comprehension to form brain cells that form a brain for you to go do what he did, shut the hell up. If you cannot sing, shut up. Seriously. Like, I mean, listen, I don't like Katy Perry. I don't think she should be on American Idol. If there was an all-star American Idol, Whitney Houston will whoop Katy Perry's behind. Here, there, and everywhere, Braylon I am. But I also can't do what Katy Perry does. And some of y'all really were born negative, shallow, selfish, hateful, and trash. Not all y'all, but some of y'all. And it just oh my God, the last thing I'll say, there was a kid named Icarus that, someone made, wings and they glued them together. And this is from Greek mythology. They said to Icarus, don't fly too close to the sun. But guess what? When you got your wings, you want to fly, you want to show off, you want to go everywhere. But guess what? Sometimes you need to be grateful that you can even take flight. And so when Icarus got to the sun, he fell down because he did not want to listen. Some of y'all are flying a little too close to the sun. And the words of a scripture, #giants, they do fall. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. And with that being said, oh, and last thing, just hashtag a bonus thing. If you have more problems in your life than time, energy, and I'll put it like this. If you got more time, energy, and commitment to comment on what other people can do with their resources, and you don't have time, energy, and commitment to figure out what resources you need to get better, you need to shut your ass up for your own good. Seriously. Because I promise you this. I promise you this. You know the reason why people get new phones is because you gotta get upgraded. Old AI technology. But you know what's amazing though? If you do what you're supposed to do, if you take care of your phone and you handle your business, this will always be a new phone to you. What am I saying to you? The reason why some of y'all are constantly upgrading to become anything is because you were nothing in the first place. Meanwhile, the rest of us who are something don't have to upgrade to be the most because we already know we are the best. Understand? With that being said, let's do what we do and go on tour, damn it. All right. I just had to get that out. I'm just like, this is what we doing today? Oh, Lord. Oh, my Lord Jesus. My Lord, my Lord, my Lord. Let me get to my notes, y'all, because we got a lot to talk about. All right, so let's do Real Housewives of Potomac, and then we're going to do Married to Mess. I was just, my mind was boggled. I'm like, this is what we're doing today? Ooh. And for someone who doesn't have the attention span to do live, there's a lot of hurt pain. Oh, Jesus. Maybe not all hurt pain should be broadcasted on YouTube. How you carry yourself is how people gonna carry themselves with you. Let's move on. So we get to Real Housewives of Potomac. Ashley is at a shop in Potomac. Mia comes through and Giselle comes through because they're going to Austin, Texas. Ashley says you need one swimwear article. And they said Karen is on crack and juice. Don't y'all drink? Oh, I forgot Mia don't drink because she's trying to be sober and be more responsible and accountable. Well, Mia, if you trifling, drunk or sober, then where are you? So then they talk about NECA and that NECA did a lot. Ashley believes NECA because of the conviction. Really? Really? So you really believe NECA's conviction? But when everyone was saying that Michael groped a camera person on the crew, you didn't want to believe it. You wrote a character witness for Monique against Candace. Yo man got in front of Chris's face and yo behind got embarrassed on national TV. Do you see the hypocrisy here? Do you see the audacity? Do you see the imagination you're using to believe somebody that you've never met before, but yet other people told you about your issue? You didn't believe their convictions? Okay. All right. I guess we have forgetful memory, I guess. Not just on YouTube, but on TV. Let's move on. So Giselle believes it's a huge accusation. Wow, Giselle for having 0.01% of intelligence to make a thought. Wow, how courageous. Mia says that, why didn't Wendy said, her mama in the shrine? Because guess what, Mia? Not everything is everybody's business. That was Wendy's mama. That wasn't Wendy, Mia. And you wonder why. You wonder why you are where you are. And we're going to get to you because I got a lot to say about you. A whole lot to say. Sorry, y'all. I'm a little heated tonight. Please forgive me. I can't do it. I can't do it. So, Giselle talked to Jamal. Really? So you talked to a man of the cloth that was holding on to the hems of women's cloaks and try to make them say hallelujah. Really? You console him for this? Okay. Mia likes NECA. No, you like NECA because guess what? NECA is against Wendy. And so because you're against Wendy, you're going to like anybody that's against Wendy. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. They talk about Ike, you didn't know me and stuff like that. Like, y'all, I went to Kent State. Okay. I don't know everybody that I went to college with. But hey, look, if we see similar friends, we went to the same school. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's a connection. But that doesn't mean that I know you. So stop it. Stop it. So then then we're with Wendy and Eddie. They go to this nice restaurant, pork belly sea bass and an old fashioned. And they talk about the pickleball game and that, Eddie thought he saw some furniture moved. And Wendy said no furniture moved. And Wendy said it was the second time meeting NECA. And so, Wendy's confused because it's like, that's my mama. That's not me. And honestly, too, it's like some people will hold on to an image of you that's the masterpiece of who you are to them in their head. And I've said this before. I know it's a broken record, but it's the best way I can describe this. Meanwhile, you got all these other art pieces in your art gallery of life. The reason why the visitors are temporary is because they go to see that one art piece that gives them so much joy. Meanwhile, they can never have a fulfilling connection to all of you because they want to be selective on how they want to get to know you. How about it? Don't play with me. Play with somebody else. Man, man, it boggles my mind. It really does because the ones that talk the most usually are the most broken. And the ones that are the most broken usually have more confidence than you give them credit for. It never ceases to amaze me. So Wendy says that NECA has a lot of catching up to do if they're going to repair a friendship that was never there. So NECA goes to an OBGYN appointment, and the doctor is Nigerian, so shout out to that. And basically, they talk about NECA and her being pregnant and stuff like that. And listen, I think honestly, at the beginning, middle, end of the day, from what NECA says, that her family in Nigerian culture, they really are about, hey, have that kid because we want to create a legacy. Here's the thing at the beginning, middle, end of the day, you have to recognize within yourself that truly it's really about your life. Your family does not live your life. They don't. They don't live your life. So if you wanted to do that, then do that. Like really, if you did not want to have a kid, then don't have a kid right now. It's okay. You know what I mean? Not to mention, didn't you say that Ike flies off one week and comes back the next? Like, if he gets pregnant, no, sorry, not if he gets pregnant. I'm sorry, y'all. If she gets pregnant and he flies off the week that she is pregnant, then what? So factor all that in. Like, I feel like we live life for other people too damn much. And we gotta recognize what works for us. I really mean that. I really do. I really, really do. So, Wendy wishes that she would have sat down with Wendy one-on-one. Guess what? You know what's amazing about that wish that you had? You had all of the common sense hashtag pixie dust to wave your wand on taking ownership, taking responsibility, being a solution, and pulling her to the side. If you wanted to do it, you would have done it. You chose not to do it. That's on you. So, just is what it is. So then we get to Mia. Mia and Gordon are in counseling. And so they talk about with the counsel, by the way, black counsel, shout out to black therapists for sure. They talk about the downsizing and the financial strain that, is on the family, and that, Mia wants Gordon to retire and they need a work-life balance. But here's the thing, Mia. Any good wife would want that, right? But see, the problem with you is you are not grateful for anything that comes your way. You feel why do I feel like Mia's the black Jen Shaw of Potomac? Why do I say that? Because Jen Shaw got caught up in some financial stuff. She's Polynesian, you're black, but y'all both, you're both minorities. Number two, both of y'all have husbands who seem to really be there for y'all. And number three, y'all are about image, not soul. And then Mia drops the bombshell on Gordon that she got a divorce attorney. Then at BravoCon, you say you left him because he doesn't have any money. You do realize anybody that you get with Mia also has the possibility of not having money, right? You do realize that, right? You do realize that. Okay. So Gordon says that he was almost there with his goal. And from a protector professor professing and providing. I can understand that. My dad said to me that it's about, when you can put yourself above others, that really makes you a man. But I also believe bigger than putting yourself, above others, the biggest thing is making sure that you take every single thing you have and making sure you give them the best you can. Because you can have the mindset to put yourself before others, but if you're not being purposeful with your time, it's not it's not going to match up. And so there was money that was supposed to be owed. There was a contract with money owed, and someone was holding it escrow. Family member was holding it escrow. That family member stopped talking, and so because me and Gordon went after them, that person was disbarred, and then the family member committed suicide. Now, very tragic situation. I don't think anybody, I don't think anybody should be in that position ever. And I do feel for Mia and Gordon and that family members, family members, because when you do that, um, it's not just you who it impacts everybody. And it was really sad, you know what I mean? Because even though Mia is a gold digger and she even admitted that she married her husband for money, that doesn't mean that she's not human. So I do hope that they will get through that. And yeah, so and like I said, Mia, like you threw a drink in a woman's face. Um, you also used your child to be upset when Wendy called you slow. She called you slow. She didn't call your child slow. And when she gets back at you with defending herself, you just don't want to talk to her. Even at pickleball, when you said, "Well, Wendy, you did a lot." Okay, it takes two to dance. You did a lot too, Mia. Jesus Christ. Anyway, so we get to Austin, Texas. The cars were assigned by sign. So fire was Wendy, Mia, Candace, and Robin. Earth was NECA, Karen, Giselle, and Ashley. So Karen was talking about pie. Now she said, because Giselle asked, how do you feel about, Karen? And not how do you feel about Karen, but how do you feel about Robin? And so Karen said, I take Robin like pie. So I'm going to split her up in half and I'm going to put 1/4 of her in the freezer. And so also Karen was talking about turning 60, which by the way, she looks good for 60. Okay. And I'm just going to say this right now. Karen and Ray are together for a reason because there's a certain point in time you get past the lights, the cameras, the publicity, the notoriety, and the fame. Guess what? Ray loved Karen before the fame. Now, fame doesn't usually change you, although it can, but fame usually changes the people around you. So, because Giselle's, Karen said, I don't sweat the small stuff. And Giselle said, when have you ever stopped sweating the small stuff? Giselle, you still feel uncomfortable. That's small stuff, right? You internally kikied over a black woman having a drink thrown in her face, right? But you still sweating it, right? Oh my God. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. You helped your best friend behind a paywall. You basically helped her lie about her man cheating on her. But you had intervention for your friend though. So is that you sweating small stuff? So I think Robin's situation ain't your business. Um Chris Bassett, that situation, you going after him and the way that you did, that's not your business. And you know what? Honestly, even No, I can't defend her because she did something that wasn't defensible. It's just the simple fact that you, Giselle, are about drama, toxicity, and being trifling. You are. You absolutely are. And I saw the GNA thing today. I'm just like, all y'all did was just put your first initial and her first initial, right? That's all you did. That's not really that creative. Me and Megan the Stallion can do Bam, Braylon and Megan. That's not really a clothing line. But good for you though, because every Hue Beauty is a failure. But yet you went after Karen of her having a bottle. Oh, that's right. Because when Ray said that you gotta be more beyond your looks, you said something mean about Ray. And you had a free Uncle Ben thing on the back. So you're asking Karen, when have you ever not sweat the small stuff, but you sweat small stuff that's not your business to be concerned with? Okay. All right. Better be lucky I'm not on this damn cast or I'm not the host, because I would give no ucks on that set. Not a uck here, not a uck there, not a uck anywhere, Braylon I am. Okay. So anyway, let's move on. I just could. But I think I got what Karen was saying, that basically, she's taking each issue like a piece of pie and she's just taking each issue down the throat, one issue at a time. I think that's what she was trying to say. I think. Um, so then, Giselle is big mad because Candace said what she said at Cabana, you know what I mean? And Giselle said that no good will come from speaking to Candace. Well, guess what? What good has come from you speaking to you? That's the thing I don't get when people's like, I don't have to like you. Here's a shocker. They don't have to get to know you either. How about that? Like, y'all really are not that powerful as you think you are. You're not. You're not. Nothing good will come from speaking to Candace, child. Okay. So anyway, then we get to, Mia and Robin. They were, Mia and Robin, they talked before getting to the pool because basically the financial situation, because apparently Robin was in the same thing, and Robin and Juan's friend also unalived himself as well. And then, they get to the pool and, Wendy, brings up the post that Wendy's mom talked about Mia for. And honestly, like, do y'all not get that that was a mama defending her child? Mia threw a drink in a grown woman's face. Did y'all not forget that? So I excuse Wendy's mama on that. That wasn't trying to wish bad on her. That was just letting her know, I hope a Holy Ghost fire happens on you. That's different. Stop it. It's the victimization for me. Stop it. So then they talk about, the NECA talks about, the shrine thing and, Leb and all that type of stuff. And that Leb was at the birth party and all that type of stuff. And, NECA's like, how can you say that when you don't really know them? Here's the thing, right? And I thought about it for a minute. I really did. And I go back and forth with this. Like, okay, some stuff in Wendy's story ain't clean, right? Because for these ties to be this tied up, something's gotta be strong in this tie. But then I also thought, like, okay, all y'all Nigerian, right? So I may know you through, how we have engaged, in at different events and in different situations. Over time, that can build up somebody's point of view about you and your character. So that's where I'm leaving that. You know what I mean? Because guess what? I honestly believe NECA, she has no good intentions. Just like Giselle and Ashley. Like, actually, you know what? Like, there's gotta be more women in Potomac. There's gotta be, because Potomac may need a refresh. And you know what? Honestly, I think Giselle is tired. She doesn't say it, but I think she's tired. You know what I mean? Not to mention, too, you know, Grace is going off to college. And God bless Grace in that. I think she will do fabulous. Her other daughters are growing up. So I feel like for Giselle, because she doesn't know who she is as a person, she doesn't have anything valuable to give. It seems like she will do anything just to seem like she's important. Because I'll tell you this, reasonably shady, drink champs. Drink champs is bigger than reasonably shady. Like, come on. Is this what we're doing, really? And Eminem is suing them, and I hope Eminem wins. I really do. But anyway, so then in the preview, um, at the table, I think Wendy or somebody asked who swallows, and Robin raises her hand. And there's a workshop on the vagina. They talk about that, and then Robin says that Juan cleans out his phone regularly. Now you didn't believe the story about Juan paying a hotel room bill, right? You didn't believe that, but he cleans out his phone regularly, though. Okay. And then there is a crow sitting on top of a fence, and Mia asks if the crow was Wendy's mom. Now, I'm not condoning violence, but if Wendy wants to throw a drink in Mia's face, go right ahead. Mia, if you get beat up, whatever, I'm not condoning it. But Mia, you've done a lot to deserve what you get. So that's my take on Potomac. I can't with the show. I'm still gonna review it for y'all because I know y'all watch it, but I can't deal with the fakery. I can't do it. Not here, not there, not anywhere. Bring on I am. So now we're getting over to Married to Medicine. Ooh, this episode. This episode. So we start off with Quad. At Quad's house. Phaedra comes over, and Phaedra says that there's traffic, but Quad says that they live 10 minutes away from each other. So it's like, if y'all live 10 minutes away from each other, what traffic was there? Was you doing something that prolonged your arrival? Like, what's going on? So then Heavenly is coming over. And they talk about the wedding that, Phaedra was about these piping drapes that were wrinkled. Well, Quad said that she did have wrinkled drapes at her wedding. And then Phaedra can, compare the program of the wedding to a funeral. And then Phaedra says, "Oh, these flowers were alive once. Basically, they were dead flowers." Phaedra says that it was a quick wedding over in 26 minutes. And when it came to, Heavenly and Quad with their relationship, and, Heavenly took a picture with Sweet Tea, Heavenly thought Quad didn't give a uck. Now, come on now. You know what it is that the ex-wife and the new wife are on the same show. And you know how contentious that can be. Come on now. Of course she's going to give a care. Really? So, Heavenly said Quad stepped away from the group. Okay. Now, even though Quad may have stepped away from the group, that's her right. I need people to quit telling people what they should and should not do. Really, because like at the beginning, middle, end of the day, if you're in order for you to be in a group of people, or for you to be around a group of people that are in, how can I put this? Because I really am trying to put it in a way that you guys will understand it. If you want me to come to your party, you have to give me a reason to come to your party. If don't invite me to a party that you're not excited about. So if y'all are not inviting to me, why would I invite myself to hang out with y'all? And yes, I know that communication is a two-way street, but also too, guess what? Sometimes you have tried. And when you've tried and y'all don't pick up, what are we supposed to do? What are people supposed to do? So then we get to Dr. Jackie. Now, I gotta tell you something. I feel like Brat and Judy are like honorary cast members on Married to Medicine this season. I really mean that. So, with that being said, the Brat hands are swollen and the feet are swollen as well. So, the birth of Brat and Judy's baby is Dr. Jackie's birthday. Now, that tells you there is no accidents, right? Like, So now every birthday that Dr. Jackie has moving forward will be shared with a celebrity's baby. Like, how cool is that? Like, come on, that's awesome. So, Rat feels funny not doing stuff, and Judy says she doesn't know how to be still, and and the Brad's like, every time we go to the doctor, you always snitch. Here's the thing: is I don't think that Judy was snitching on you. I think she was just trying to give some context so that way you can be the best that you can be for your first pregnancy. So I that would be snitching in other instances, but I do believe, Brad, that she was just trying to look out for it. It just came across as snitching. Y'all remember the last time we saw them, the brat was like, I got a Dave single with pickles and extra cheese. Loved it. I loved it. You know what? Before we move on, I'm going to pull up a video because that scene reminded me of this. Hang on, y'all. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this up because okay, let me see here. Hang on, y'all. Because I really want y'all to see this. I really want y'all to see this. Hang on. Okay, let me show y'all this video because this is like one of the funniest videos I've ever seen. Like, for real. All right, let me share this. Here we go. Shout out to Brat Morse, Judy. Absolutely love them. Here we go.
I want y'all to see how my wife was acting while we was in the hospital.
What?
I'm gonna show them the video, beautiful.
Girl, don't do that.
What you say?
I want to know where they done took my child. That lady done came in here. I ain't never seen that lady before. She didn't really introduce herself or say much. She said what she was going to do. I want to know they took my child finna start making it beep. And they we all got these wristbands. He got a locator on them. I need my child back.
Did stutter one time.
That was the pediatric nurse. She took him to the pediatrician.
How long they gonna be gone? They need to call me or something. How long they gonna keep him? Is he waiting in line? Is he next?
I'm gonna go get him.
You don't even know where it's at.
I'm gonna go look for it, beautiful. I'm gonna go find
I'm
it.
going, you rolling me with you.
Beautiful, you can't walk yet.
I'm supposed to walk at 8:30. 8:29. I'm going.
Oh my god. Yo, I gotta tell y'all, man. When that happened, right? Oh my god. First of all, shout out to the Brat and Judy. They have baby special. I'm gonna try to review that. Because I love that show on WeTV. I think it's wonderful. I think it's great. I think it's just that's one of the, if not the best show that they have. Like, that show beats Growing Up Hip Hop. That beats Marriage Boot Camp, Hip Hop Edition. Like that, it's when you watch the show, you don't feel stressed rather. You don't feel sad. You don't feel like, Lord, is there anything else to do? You really do feel like that's your relationship. Even though they in the relationship, you ain't. You just really a third wheel friend. But that's why I really felt when when Brat and Judy had their dynamic of quit snitching on me. So Dr. Jackie wants the Brat to eat right, go to work and come home, and the Brat is asking what should I do when I'm home. And Judy said take maternity leave for 8 weeks. Dr. Jackie says 12 weeks, and the Brat says And y'all, let me tell you something. Dr. Jackie is funny. You got to catch it, but she is funny. Um, the brat said that she wants somebody on her side, and Dr. Jackie simply says, "Jesus is here. Go ahead and talk to him." I'm like, y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't because listen, I'm that petty too. And one of my friends are like, I just want somebody on my side. You know what? Hang on, let me. Oh, hey, Jesus, it's so good to hear you here. You on my friend's side. Jesus told me to tell you that he's on your side and he is here. You can talk to him. Hey, Jesus, love you, bro. Hey, get some of your heathen children together because some of them need to get knocked out mentally. Otherwise, I know I ain't supposed to. I know I'm not supposed to speak that way, but I just want you to know. All right. just I just found that scene very funny. I just found that scene very funny. So then we get to it was the cadence for me with Dr. Jackie was the cadence for me. So anyway, Dr. Simone, right? Dr. Simone. So Dr. Simone and Cecil are looking through old photos, and Dr. Simone wants to make a vision board, just in case things get rough or hard or contentious from time to time. So they looked at old photo from Carnival Cruise in 2004, Miles' first second birthday in 2001. So Dr. Simone wanted to know what's the plan for summer school. And Dr. Simone asked, "Well, if Miles isn't finished by next May, what's going to happen?" And Cecil says, "Well, if he's not finished by next May, he's not finished by next May." And so, basically, Dr. Simone is ready for her to live more of a life, and Cecil is trying to help the kids, right? Because, um, you know, the way Dr. Simone was, she knew that she wanted to be a doctor since she was 12 years old, right? And so she was on the fast track. But I will say this to Dr. Simone: the way that you were able to get a career back then is not the way you get a career now. You go to school, you get a bachelor degree, that ain't enough. You gotta go get a master's. And not to mention, too, if you don't know somebody, there's a high percentage that you're not going to make it. And with him doing, I think it's Miles that wants to do film and TV. You gotta at least have a bachelor's degree, at least, right? And so here's the thing, right? Being in film and television, it takes a little bit longer. Now, Dr. Simone, I know what you may say. Well, I work for Bravo. Okay, well, I mean, you work for Bravo, but that doesn't mean Bravo's going to give him an internship on the show, to film Married to Medicine or to do any Bravo show for that matter. Um, and I will say this, that the plan they have is that they're going to pay for one more year, and they'll get Miles a place, but he has to, but within that plan, whatever happens after that year has got to be cut off. And Cecil says a very good point. He might not be able to get a job to keep up that apartment. That would be up to y'all to sit down and figure out a apartment that y'all can find together that would fit a price range, right? Because here's the thing: your first job, you're not gonna make the most money, doing TV and film. You usually will start out as a PA and production assistant and then work your way up. Now, if you have good work, you know the right people, okay, you could be, maybe associate, producer, AP. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean that you're there, but you're in the room to create, right? So I think Dr. Simone has to also recognize the track that he's on. And I know that Dr. Simone is not trying to do this on purpose, but being a doctor and being in TV film are two completely different worlds, okay? So just how like there's a lottery system, for when you become a nurse, they tell you what hospital you go to. There's not that for film and TV. It's not. I wish it was. You know how they say, and Brayley's going to Tyler Perry Studios, and Brayley's going to Swirl Films. You know what I mean? Or Brayley's going to Braun Studios. Something, right? I wish it was that, but it's not. So it's gonna be a little bit of a difficult time. So Miles calls during the confessionals. So then Phaedra is doing an event about resurrection. So she has her butler Benji, in black shades and a black outfit, go to the different women's homes, and basically it's the I'm doing a Candace. I am projecting onto you. That was an iconic move. But no, basically it's a briefcase that opens up, and it's a church fan saying you've been cordially invited to resurrection. And so it was funny because Dr. Heavenly first of all slammed the door in Minji's face, but then she opened up the door again, and then her reaction was like like she did, like she didn't know what was gonna come out. Now I'm not gonna sit here in front with you. If somebody came to my door and I didn't know who no, we don't open up the door for strangers. Not here, not there, not anywhere. Braylon, I am. We don't do that. We don't do that at all. So I felt Dr. Heavenly's energy. So after all the invites were, put out, Phaedra, says she loves mystery and things like that. So so now we're at Toya's house. So at Toya's house, Robin and Tanisha, who are shop bar technicians. Actually, let me look up shop bar. I'm trying to. Let me see. Shop bar IV. I'm trying to. I'm trying to think. So basically, this is what it was. I don't know if this is it or not, though. But they were shop bar specialists. Let me get it up here for y'all. And hopefully, y'all are having a wonderful, wonderful night. But yeah, this is IV vitamin therapy. Now, I don't know if that's it or not, but yeah, let me see if I can look it up on my phone. See if I can look it up on my phone. Let me see. Shot bar IV. Okay. Huh. Well, I'm trying to see if this is it. No, that's in Texas. But anyway, that's basically what they did. So, with that being said, let me get that off there. So, now let me go back to my notes. But basically, they wanted Sweet Tea to be able to rejuvenate herself after her Dubai honeymoon. So Toya called Sweet Tea, and basically Sweet Tea said, on the day of the wedding, that Sweet Tea cycle came about. So Dr. Simone was the first one to arrive, and then Sweet Tea arrived. So it looks like it was just an intimate night, because not everybody was invited. So then they talk about all their times that they had sex on their honeymoon. So for Dr. Simone, her and Cecil slept on the way to Maui, but then was on and popping. Toya had sex the second day of her honeymoon, and then Sweet Tea had sex the third day. Um, and then as they are, eating and things like that, then they go upstairs to the IV makeshift bar. And then Sweet Tea sees his invitation, and she's like, "Well, I wasn't invited." And Phaedra probably thought, well, because it might have been about Quad. So then we get to Resurrection Night, y'all. This was a lot. So we get to Willie Welkins or something like that funeral home. It's 10:58 at night. Now, first of all, if you are a real man, you don't want your wife to be out late, because the world is, well, it's not just the world. It's not just the fact that the world is crazy, but it's the people in the world that make it crazy. That you don't know what's going to happen out here from day to day. But Basically, they all arrive. One side is sitting on one side, another side is sitting on another side. And so, Phaedra comes out in this Black Widow dress, and she's like, thank you all for coming. We have a lot. We share our lives together, all that stuff. I'm like, Phaedra, you're the new person in the group. So I don't really know if you're the person to do this, but I'll roll with it though. And so Phaedra says we have very intelligent people here. We have experts in everything. We got people with teeth, vagina, tennis expert. Yo, when she said tennis expert, and then she said we have a lot to share, and she was so serious about it. Toya's face was like, I know you ain't. I know you didn't say that in my face. And Dr. Jackie's face, because she wanted to laugh so damn bad. She really did. So, Phoenix Rising was talked about. And then a saxophone player came out. Saxophone player was playing. They did their good sax, okay? And then, was these two armor bearers, and the stepping was a little much, okay? The stepping was a little much for me. And then, they rolled a casket, and nobody wanted to see what it was. And, Heavenly got up and, saw who it was. It was Quad. So Quad came out the casket. Everybody was just like, really, really. Even Dr. Jackie said this could have been a text or a phone call for me. And so, starts, and Quad starts to go down the line. Ask Dr. Jackie, do you want to forgive? Jackie says it's no problem. Heavenly says it's no problem. Sweet Tea, says, I would like, Quad says I would like to keep it that way. Sweet Tea has no problem. Then I'm trying to think. Dr. Simone, said that, that they used to have a really good relationship. And then Toya, Toya wasn't here for it. And I'm like, Toya, good day. What is your problem? Jesus Christ. I'm like, man, like, are you okay? Did somebody hurt you? Do you not have any purpose in life? Are you mad at Phaedra that she called you a tennis expert? I mean, that's all you know. That's all you know. Now, I know you're trying to do your wine club. Keyword trying to do your wine club. By the way, shout out to brightsellers.com. That's an actual wine club. They actually have wine experts, not just people that assume to be wine experts because they have nothing else to do with their life. No shade in making a bag. I'm just being honest. But then Dr. Heavily is like, I don't know why you're so upset with me, Sweet Tea. I thought we were cool. And so, Sweet Tea talks about, Dr. Heavenly, talking about that her marriage was going to last, and that, and that Heavenly said, I said what I said, but that don't mean I don't love you though. And you know what? Honestly, like, maybe that wasn't the time to say it. But also, too, what I would have done if I was Dr. Heaven is like, didn't you say at our lunch that Dr. G was controlling because he told you that, burglars came in when he was just trying to teach you a lesson? So I would have used Sweet Tea's words against her. You know what I mean? Just being honest about it. You know what I mean? Because when you use other people's words against them, they can't really say nothing. You know what I mean? So then they go at Sweet Tea accuses Dr. Heavily of hitting Damon upside the head with a frying pan. And so it's almost a fight about to break out. So, it's a small funeral home, but it's like an old school church. And I mean, wooden pews with the red, y'all know the red, pleather, seating. So they're about to go at it. And Dr. Heavily said, that's why you have daddy issues and you married a man 5 times your age, and don't make me beat you like your mama should have. And I'm just like, Lord, not at the funeral home. Not the funeral home. Now, to Phaedra, I get your point, right? But what I would have done, because I think you can do this, I would have placed placed a little camera somewhere and, say that, Quad has, passed away. Now, I'm everything's alleged in my opinion for entertainment purposes only. But it's almost like on Maury when they would show the fake parent when they would show the parent, passing away, and they would cry and be like, "Oh my God, you're not here anymore," all that type of stuff. I thought it was going to be that because those are powerful. So I thought it would have been okay. Quad is not here. Y'all go ahead and say anything and everything that's on your mind. And then it's like, oh, okay, I'm out the casket now. Keep the same energy. I thought it was going to be that, but that was Phaedra. Phaedra. So then, repass happens. Sweet Tea feels a way about Quad bringing her to her bachelorette party. Phaedra drinks her wine and gets two dams about it. And then Toya feels a way about Quad saying they were thieves. So for those of you who may not remember, during a reunion, there was some break-ins that happened at Quad's house, and she accused the Harrises of setting up those break-ins. And that, Quad also said that Toya was cheating on somebody from the neighborhood. And, Quad then says, we all have come from humble beginnings. Dr. Heavily says, Sweet Tea is just getting started, but hasn't done nothing yet. And so repass was quite a lot. And so Quad said, I think it was successful. And Jackie was like, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. So in the preview, there's an apartment for the sons, and that, no friends over more than 2 days. I mean, listen, if your parents are buying it for you, it is their rules. But hey, listen, just use that ear, find your job, and not to mention too, I'm gonna give y'all a tip. Parents are CEOs of companies. So to Miles, just let your mom know, hey, I got this PA job, but this is how much the PA job pays. Now, I know you say after a year it's done, but can we extend that so I can get into a better job? Because in film, you gotta build experience. For TV and film, you gotta build up experience. You gotta build the right connections. FAMU has accepted Heavely's daughter, and Dr. Heavily does not want that to happen. And then there's a Napa Valley trip that something's gonna go down. So that is basically your Married to Medicine review. You know what? I give Married to Medicine this episode about a 9. About a 9. I thought it was a good episode. I thought it was a really good episode. And Potomac, I give it about maybe 7. We'll see. I oh Lord, I don't know about this show sometimes. I really don't. You know what I mean? It's quite sad. It really is sad. It really is sad. Oh, never mind. But yeah, but welcome in everybody. Glad to have all you here. Like I said, sorry for the well, I'm not sorry for the energy because at the top of the show, it needed to be said. You know what I mean? But y'all know that I normally don't talk like that. But when things need to be said, they need to be said. So, but hey, it is what it is. Okay, all right. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Oh man. Let me drop the link for y'all if y'all want to come up. I know it's only 3 people, but I will drop the link because I often do, because I want y'all to know that y'all have a place here for sure. Get myself together here. I have to do that so that way I can, pin the comment. 5 people in the building. Thank you all so much for being here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We have just reviewed Real Housewives of Potomac and Married to Medicine. I really do like doing this review on Mondays because, for one, it allows me to diversify the audience we have here, but also, too, it does give me the chance to talk about something else. Of course, Virtual Tour Live is tomorrow night at 6 p.m. I usually do it the day of, But I do send myself stories throughout the day because there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about, a lot of stuff. So, but yeah, so but yes, indeed. I hope all y'all doing well on a what is today? Monday. It's a Monday, everybody. It's a Monday. Just getting started with work. Good Lord Jesus. Man. I do hope in the new year things get better for everyone. I really do. I really do. But listen. Hey Shay B, good to see you. How do you think the ratings are going for Potomac? Well, I think the ratings I think what, I'll say this. I think at the beginning the ratings were good because last season when Juan and Robin got married. But I think the ratings are going teeter totter a little bit. I think it's going teeter totter based on how we take in the episodes and the truthfulness that they want to do. And hey, Shay B to Nikki News there. Let me showcase Nikki News comments here. There we go. Hey, hey. Welcome, man. Glad to have you here. And Nikki News, thank you so much for always supporting. I really do appreciate you. But yeah, I really do believe it's going teeter totter. I really do. And of course, we see in the next episode how Robin is crying about I didn't do anything to hit you. Oh my lord, my lord, my lord, man. Man, it is so sad. It's so sad when you finally have to experience everything that you've been doing to other people. It is so, so sad. That's why if you mind your own business, stay yourself, and you move accordingly, you won't have to go through nothing. How about that? How about that? Oh my lord. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are definitely on our way to bigger and better things. And listen, I try my very best around here to try to show y'all the good. And I'm not gonna lie, it gets a little. And I will say this: doing after shows. And here's the thing: I know they're called review shows, but I call them after shows because it's after the fact that the show is over. What do I think about the Nigerian beef? I think that NECA came in a little strong into the group. I really do. Because here's the thing, right? That's like if one of my friends said my mama did something. That's my mama. That's not me. Right? Now, if I find out that my mama did something, then I'll talk to my mom about that. But it's the way that you come at people. Right? And I think that's what really got to me. So I think what we really need, honestly, and this may not happen, but I think the two people that are closest to it besides NECA and Wendy, get the in-law and the best friend. All four of y'all sit down and figure this thing out. And if you need to bring in mama, bring in her and bring in a counselor and get this worked out. Because this is ridiculous. Y'all both Nigerian. And honestly, I think that Dr. Wendy really is about the energy of who a person is. I really do believe that. I really do. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I think the Nigerian beef it's real to a certain extent, but I think it's getting a little tough. You know what I mean? Because after a while, it's like, okay, once y'all get this off, what else y'all got? And when fans of a reality show have to ask what is next, that's when you run into problems. Because here's the thing: when you become a reality TV star, the network never wants you to actually be a star. Like I said, network star. So when the star becomes more powerful than the network, that's a problem because there's a power imbalance, right? And I feel like that's what's happening here with this show is that you know this is the show. These are the fans of the show. When the fans of the show get more clout than the show, that's when the power imbalance is. So you want the show and the fans to be like right here. You know what I mean? And I think that's what's going to end up happening. That maybe the outcry of the fans might make Potomac reset. And not to mention too, I think Robin should have been demoted after that. I really do. I think Robin and Giselle should have been demoted after that whole thing with the podcast because you're holding out and you're also judging everybody else. Honestly, tell you the truth, Mia would have been immediately demoted to friend of the show and docked in pay for that drink thrown in the face. Will not tolerate it. What? And that's being gracious to Mia. But yeah, Mia should have been had consequences. Because if Monique did what she did to Candace and had to be fired from the show, Mia also deserved consequences too. Just being honest. Just being honest with y'all. Much love, much love, much love. Welcome in, everybody. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We are live on tour. Glad to have all of you in the building. We are live on tour. Yes, we are. 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 Man, oh man. Man, oh man. So which show are y'all liking more? Y'all liking Potomac more or y'all liking Married to Medicine? I feel like Married to Medicine has the sauce. I really do. And I feel like, and I say this respectfully, I said this before, but I'll say it again. I think that Married to Medicine, because they have actual jobs, let's see here. Hey, Brand, this is a side note. Are you able to run ads if someone leaves the lives and rejoin? I know with other content creators they run one disconnect from yours. Huh. No, I don't. Rejoin ads don't play. Don't be sorry for the long message. This is what we call communication. Now everybody has the capacity, capability, or brain cells to form a brain to have the comprehension to actually communicate. No, I didn't. No, I did not know that. No, so here's the thing, right? Usually when I go live, monetization usually turns off. I know that you should be able to turn it on. Hey, T Talk with your girl, by the way, a great live, a great live per usual. Usual for all the Bugetto people, usual for the regular people. But no, I don't think you are. Not that I know of now. I'm still 1,000 subscribers, so I don't know. But good question though. Not that I can think. Not that I can think. But yeah, I don't know what it is, but I feel that because Married to Medicine, because they have real jobs, that I can tolerate the shade and the strife and everything in between because we do get to see their actual profession. And that's not to say that reality TV is not a job, because let me tell you something. To have a camera in your face for 8 hours a day, that's 40 hours a week, or to have a camera in your face 12 hours a day, that's a lot of hours, and that does take a mental work to be able to have cameras in your face and for you to put yourself on TV. So I'm not saying that's not real work, but with Married to Medicine, we do get to see their professions. I think Phaedra is the right thing they needed, because when she said teeth, vagina, tennis expert, y'all, I replayed that. I replayed that so many times. Nikki Braylon probably didn't run the ads prior to the video. I forget many times as well. Yeah, exactly. That's probably what ended up happening. And I try to do it, but I don't think it gives me the option afterward, but it doesn't give me the option before, which is interesting. So, But I appreciate that for sure. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yes, indeed, we are just chilling. And T Talk did have a great live today. We talked about some things, and I said what needed to be said, and said it also here at the top of my show, because I could not take it. So, oh, Lord, I mind my own business. I really do. I mind my own business. And like I said, I am far from perfect. I am far from perfect, but y'all, one thing to know about me and two things for sure. I'm always going to do my very best to carry myself well. And sure, I will make mistakes. I'll say things that I don't mean. And at the beginning, middle, end of the day, I'm not going to always get everything right. But it's about how you carry yourself. You know what I mean? So, man, man, oh man, man, oh man. But yeah, y'all more than welcome to come up. More than welcome to come up. I'm gonna turn off the cam now because I did what I needed to do for the hour. I'm still here with y'all. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. We are live on tour. Yes, we are on a Monday night. Um, and like I said, I really do love covering TV shows. I do. But I will say shout out to Kim Pyre, shout out to House of Aaron, shout out to Make It Make Sense. Shout out to Justin Diego, Binge Worthy. Love that channel. Love that channel indeed. Um, it's YouTube is not for the weak. Shout out to Trending at some point. Shout out to I'm trying to think who else. Chit Chat with QT. Um, I'm trying to think who else. The Gossip Girls. I'm trying to think who else. Of course, Tea Talk with Your Girl is an absolute legend. And let me tell you something. Tea Talk and me, we are a real fam off YouTube. I'm not just saying that to say that either. I really mean that. Like, I believe everybody is in your life for a season and a reason. And I believe Tea Talk with Your Girl is not just in my life for a season, but she's also in my life for a reason. And I love her very much. So, Tea Talk with Your Girl is definitely a legend for sure. Have I watched Squid Game on Netflix? No, not the challenge. I know that there was somebody from Cabot, Arkansas that competed on it. No, I haven't seen it. I know about it though. It's this guy that is down his luck, and he gets this invitation where it is a dangerous game where you basically have to outbeat everybody to live, but you get 4.56 million dollars. You know what I mean? So, but yes, indeed. So no, I haven't seen it, but here's the thing too about Netflix, right? All these streaming services are costing more and more money. You know what I mean? And it is it's a lot. It's definitely a lot. So, but yes, indeed. So, hmm, my lord, my lord, my lord. Is there anything else that y'all are watching that I may need to watch? I know Squid Game for sure. And here's the thing about series too. Like for me, when I'm getting into a series, I really have to care about from the jump. Otherwise, I'm gonna fall off. Like Family Guy, I fell off for a good while when the guy who originally played Cleveland Brown was taken off because the Black Lives Matter movement and everybody wanting equity, diversity, equity, inclusion. Um, I was just like, man, like he came up with the character, like what I mean. But one of my friends said that he does sound like Cleveland, the new actor. So I still gotta watch Family Guy. I've been watching Futurama. I love Futurama. A great cartoon. I'm a huge cartoon guy, by the way, y'all. Like, yes, I am that dude that would put on Tom and Jerry just to watch it. I am that dude that would just put on Looney Tunes just to watch it. I like I said, I grew up on Fridays, cartoon Fridays, Toonami. I miss programming blocks too. Those and man, oh man. So trying to think any new dramas. I want to watch Found with Shayla Hampton. I want to watch that one because it seems interesting. Um, it's basically about this woman who finds children, but she has put her kidnapper in the basement and basically uses the kidnapper kind of as a guide on how to find these children. You know what I mean? So it's quite a fascinating show. I definitely want to get into Found for sure. And I guess the reason why it's easier to do unscripted content is because unscripted content you can relate to it, but with scripted content you really like if you get into unscripted content, reviewing unscripted content, you really have to dig your heels in and really get involved. Like like for example, Mark Dart, who covers a lot of power. I love that brother. Great content creator. He covers power a lot. Um, pretty I can't remember her name, but pretty girl that does trap content, I think that's her name. She reviews old content as well. And I mean that respectfully. Like she reviews like old episodes of things and she does a really good job of that as well. So there's plenty of people that review scripted content. I think you just gotta find your lane and drive slow in it. I really do. So yeah. Yes, indeed. Four people in the building. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Glad to have you all here. And also, too, like these lives are actual work. Like, and trust me, I am very grateful that I do have an audience. I really do. I was talking to a friend of mine today, and I was saying to him like, "Hey, listen, my platform is small, but it is growing, and I have to recognize that everything everything comes in time. You know what I mean? And trust me, I know what it is to try to give everything you have and nothing is coming to you. But slow and steady does win the race. Because when you feel like you want to give up, that's when you're on the verge of your breakthrough. And let me tell you, being at 1,000 subscribers is an accomplishment. It really is because you've made it to monetization. People are still finding you and they still are looking to you. And also, too, at 1,000, you really do get to try and experiment. The bigger you get, um, yeah, the bigger you get, the more the more risk there is. Does that make sense? So I appreciate where I am. Would I like to get bigger? Sure, I would, but I think getting bigger in time. As long as the people who know you love you, just stick with that. There are levels to joy. Um, yeah, levels to joy. I don't mean it ain't hard sometimes, because sometimes, sometimes YouTube is not for the faint of heart. You just want to give up, but you also realize if you give up on yourself, you also giving up the chance at you making it. You know what I mean? So it's life is mental. Life is definitely mental. So let me go back through here and thank everybody who is here. Shay B, thank you. Nikki News, thank you. Tea Talk with your girl, thank you as well. Thank you. Yes, indeed. That's interesting. Hmm. Okay, I may sign up for that. Sorry, y'all. I'm also looking up jobs too. Looking up jobs as well, y'all. Man, oh man. So Christmas will be here before you know it. I know it's December 4th now, but we'll look up. It'll be December 25th. Do I like anime? You know what? I like anime for what it is. I haven't really got into any big anime shows. I know my hero Academia is a very big one that a lot of people start off with. Like I said, I grew up on Toonami, so one of my all-time favorite shows was Samurai Jack. Code Loco was another one. Of course, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon. I guess that would be Dragon Ball Z. I guess basic anime. But no, I really do. I like anime for the art form that is, because it is an art form. Like I feel that the anime fandom and community is way more harder and tougher than comic books. than the comic book world because comic book world, eventually you'll get over it. But with anime, if there is one thing out of place, I mean one thing. I mean, usually with comic books, it's one thing. It ends the world. But if it's any one thing in anime, it is game over. So, but no, I love anime though. I really do. I just need to find a good series and get into it. People have suggested stuff, but I just haven't really got into it. But I do want to get into it though. So there might be some good anime on Hulu. I might have to check that out. Oh yeah, they don't play. They don't play, nor should they play. I see. Here's the thing too. I appreciate the fact that people are serious about things. I really do. I think it's just the severity of how serious you are. You know what I mean? Because I mean, truly, I think that we don't take a lot of time, energy, and commitment to really care about things that should be serious to us. Does that make sense? So yeah, I'm definitely about being for things. So, but yeah. And I do love animated movies. I feel like if I didn't do radio and TV and things like that, I feel like I would definitely be an animated actor. Because the world of animation is so fluid and free that you can make any ending that you want to in the world. You really can. Um, one of my all-time favorite movies, I think, in terms of animation that I've seen as of recent is Ron's Gone Wrong. And so it's basically about this little robot named Ron. It's like a friendly companion, and Ron's gone wrong because it's a defective one. But as it is defective, it probably has the most human emotion. So I love the fact that with animation, you're not limited to, oh my god, they actually passed away. Well, we got to keep that in the canon. And it's like, no, with animation, they could pass away, resurrect. You can fly to a world, and even though and animation movies take about 2, 3, 4 years to make. So, sometimes when people are like, why isn't the movie out yet? Well, because animation really does take time. I've seen, I'm a bonus features type of guy on a DVD. I really am. And, it's sad that DVDs are going away somewhat. I think I covered this on this channel that Best Buy is not selling DVDs after 2024, but I think that's sad because on those bonus features sometimes you get commentary from the directors and you get to see, the behind the scenes of movies and things like that. And I think the bonus features really bring out the masterpiece even more. So yeah. Like I said, most of the time my YouTube history is like um it's like Mario Machinima videos, documentaries. I was watching a documentary from iNapper on Amberlyn Reed. So yeah, my search history on YouTube is very diverse. Like I found my lane and I drove slow in it. With Love and Marriage Huntsville, but also too, I'm like, wait a minute, there's gotta be more to life than this. And so when Virtual Tour Live started happening, start rolling with that. But the cool thing about Brainley's Virtual Tour Live is that we can go on tour live for anything. So like this is edition of Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. The regular schmegular show is a part of Virtual Tour Live. The Love and Marriage Huntsville after show is a part of Virtual Tour Live. So I like the fact that I'm not confined to anything, which is nice. And not to mention too, it takes less pressure off of me to always try to do the same thing over and over and over again. So, yep. Yes, indeed. Sorry, y'all. I don't know if y'all heard anything. Sorry, y'all. But anyway, anyway, we are just chilling, just chilling. Hmm. Life is tiring. And of course, right now they are reviewing Married to Medicine with Carlos King right now with Dr. Heavenly. So I didn't know what time they went on. I was trying to find out what time they went on, but you know, but yeah, let me see. Oh yeah, I'll talk about that tomorrow. There's some news with Kiki Palmer that we'll talk about tomorrow on Virtual Tour Live. A couple of updates there. Then of course, Jonathan Majors. We'll talk about that as well. So yeah, yep, we will talk about that as well. So I appreciate y'all being here. I really do. It does mean a lot to me that you guys do see anything in me to come out to take time out of your schedules to come through and see about me and what I'm doing over here. I'm always trying to do something different, you know. So let's see here. Do a little poll here. There we go. Hmm. Good Lord Jesus. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Don't you hate that too when you yarn and then you start to yarn? You don't mean to do it though. That's the thing. You don't mean to do it. You do not mean to do it. You just get tired. What are my plans for the channel in 2024? Good question. I really would like to do interviews. I really would like to do interviews more. I actually do need to call somebody because I was trying to get one particular interview, but I got to follow up on them. I would like to get more sponsors. I would like to get a sponsorship. The big thing about sponsorships is this: you do have to put in work in order for yeah, you do have to put in work in order for people to actually want you. But if I go to my channel right now, I just looked at my YouTube studio, 1,378 subscribers. So thank you all so much for that. And when I go to my YouTube channel right now, in terms of total views, in terms of total views, I don't know why I said that like a rap song, but yeah, if I go with total views right now, it is 63,699 total views. So yeah, definitely interviews in the new year, a sponsorship in the new year. Um, and definitely would like to hit, 2K subscribers. I think that's my next goal. Well, my next goal, actually, my realistic goal is 1,500 before 2,000. But I do want this channel to grow because I do think that what I'm doing is very unique. I think the content that we produce over here is very original. We are thorough over here with the work, and also too, we don't say anything that we don't know. And I think that's really important. I try to provide a space that you can feel comfortable at. And I hope that continues in the new year. If anything, I hope that more people find me in the new year. I know the bigger you are, the more people will find you, and you just gotta recognize that slow and steady wins the race, and try to have the mentality of not giving up. I think that's the biggest thing, is trying not to have the mentality to give up. Um, but yeah, when people know who you are and they know what you can do, I think everything will be fine. But yeah, I definitely have big plans and definitely want to do more. So been thinking about wanting to do maybe an hour long video for content. And I still have episodes of like the Rampage Tendencies podcast that I have not put out yet. The only reason why I haven't put out those videos yet is because, for one, I've been in my virtual tour live bag, doing all of those topics. And honestly, too, to tell you the truth, I feel like with virtual tour live, I feel like I've covered a lot of the year that was. You know what I mean? So who knows if I will be doing something New Year's Eve? Some of my friends may want to go out on New Year's Eve, but I'm really kind of to myself, on myself, and by myself. So but we'll see what happens. Um, but yeah, I hope that answered the question, Shay. I hope with all of those things, more good things come, because I do believe this is a channel that really could do a lot of good. And like I said, I definitely want to do memberships. I just don't know if people want to do memberships with me, because, for one, I know that not everybody has it. You know what I mean? I'm right now in the process of trying to get my mental state together for finances, and I've been applying for multiple jobs, just to try to see what I can do. A little bit more and things like that. And yeah, so we'll see. But I definitely want good things in the new year. So thank you for asking. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I appreciate that. That's what's up. Yes, and enjoying the vibes. That's awesome. That is awesome. By the way, I hope y'all been noticing the timestamps too. I've been using those a little bit more in my videos. And I think they're actually are really helpful, because I saw like one of my virtual tour lives get like 100 views, which is amazing. So that means more people are finding out who I am through my commentary. And yeah, so that was really cool. So, and also too, I think the big thing too is that when you first get started on YouTube, you really do get so bogged down in the details of, like, okay, I need money, da, 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 but I have a job, I have other resources, thankfully. And this is just more. I'm not gonna say it's a hobby, but it's definitely a side hustle, extra job for sure. And I mean that in terms of the mentality. So and trust me, I mean, honestly, to tell you the truth, if I can make 5K a month on YouTube, I would be cool with that, because it's just me. You know what I mean? And of course, with 5K a month, I'm not gonna do anything crazy. Now, I could go on vacation once a month, like a cruise or something, once a month. You can't go to Disney World for $1,000. No, you can't do that. But yeah, so I definitely want to do more things in the future, and I just want to live more life. I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I do feel that maybe I'm not doing enough, or maybe there is more in me that I'm not bringing out of me. You know what I mean? But I feel like everybody has that. I really do. I feel like everyone has that in me that I'm not bringing out of me. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just heard myself. How about that? But yeah. Yeah. It's crazy too. Like I never would have thought that, my YouTube channel would have ever made any noise or anything, but like looking at my Love and Marriage Huntsville videos and how many views that they've gotten, it goes to show that hey, people are watching. The one video right now that you guys are looking at the most is part 5 of this past week's episode, where I said the only thing solid is that no one wanted to be on the double date. And the shots taken on the pool table are stronger than Tisha thinking she was pregnant. Y'all seem to really love that one. So, and also too, it looks like y'all are liking the Kimmy one too. Of Kimmy, if he doesn't want to carry the responsibility of caring about what you're going through, then why are you surprised that he's not that handy? Um, I try my best. I try my best. And y'all are cutting up with part 3 of episode 26, where I made a way for the owner to be in the room for that conversation, and she felt away. So I just made the thumbnail reflecting that. So, but yeah, but yes, indeed. Oh man, 3 people in the building. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Glad to have all of you here. We are just chilling, everybody. But yes, indeed. Hmm. Well, y'all, it looks like it's just us here, so I will go ahead and get ready to end the show. And yeah, let's do the daily motivator here as we get ready here. But I appreciate each and every one of you, for sure. Y'all really do mean so much to me. Um, Hang on, y'all. I'm sorry. So yeah, let me get this daily motivator up for y'all, and then we'll be on our way out of here. This was a good show. I really enjoyed it. Had some extra energy for y'all, not energy, but energy for y'all. And like I said, I really am glad to be here, y'all. I really am. So, with that being said, let me do what I do with this, the daily motivator. Don't play for safety is the most dangerous thing in the world. Hugh Walpole. It's time for the daily motivator for Monday, December 4th, 2023. Enjoy the day. Enjoy the day. Enjoy your life. Bask in the sunshine when it appears. Revel in the awe at the drama of storms that occasionally pass through. Oh, trust me, I am doing that more ways than you know. Walk through the seasons with steady intention. Find wonder as you wander across the truth of existence. You're sure to encounter trouble and pain, but they don't have to stop you. Use your strength to keep going, for there's always beauty ahead. something new, someone fascinating is waiting to be seen, appreciated, treasured. Delight in the discoveries you're able to make in the journey, good you're able to do. Over the day, host decides to enjoy experience again and again how beneficial and fulfilling such a choice can be. And with that being said, what I really do like about this is that we do have to enjoy the day for what it is. I think so many times in life we are rushing to get to the next thing, and I have that mentality too. But also too, you don't get a second chance to live one life. I really recently have reset a lot of things in my life. Um, Sometimes being by yourself is lonely. But also too, loneliness can also mean peace as well. You know what I mean? So it's something, you know what I mean? And I think what you have to be able to do is to recognize that there is joy in what you're living, right? There has to be joy in what you're living. Amen. So that's one. Number two, recognize that there is a tomorrow. Please recognize that there is a tomorrow. I think so many times in life we will take it takes 1,000 hour boys to get us going up to our greatness, but it takes that one bad thing and everything is knocked off kilter. So remember that there is a tomorrow. And then finally, after you realize that there's a tomorrow, celebrate that you got to enjoy something today. You could have went to Dunkin' Donuts. For me, I love a good cold brew. What is it? Cold brew. I mean cold foam coffee. Three sugars, one caramel, large. Okay, I love a large. Okay, because Lord Jesus, I really do love to drink my coffee. But find something in the day that you get to enjoy. Right? Don't let anybody take your joy away from you. If anything, you take your joy and enjoy it. Okay, so that's what I have to say on this daily motivator, and I love doing this show because it's not just a outlet for me. I know it is an outlet for all of you as well. And I do feel that we are creating such a community here of tourists, as Alf MC would say, virtual travelers, virtual tour family, that, we all come from different walks of life, but we're all are just trying to get to the higher that's waiting for us. Sometimes we'll go to the lower that's available because we may be having a hard day, but we also recognize that we all have to go out on tour and we're responsible for something, someone, or even we're responsible for the possibilities of what can be. So, with that being said, it is time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you weren't born special because you were always born a blessing. And trust you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why is one thing to call yourself, is another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I spend time with you. You spend time with me. Hopefully, by spending time together, we'll rise up to be great together. And always remember, where you're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or just recognizing that, hey, everything takes time. But when you get to your greatness, oh, what a sight it is to see. Make sure the replay is not just worth for you to watch it, not just worth for you to listen to it, but for you to want to experience it again. I love you. I value, I embrace you all. Remember, just remember, in order to receive love, you gotta give it. In order to receive love, you gotta give it. In order to receive love, you gotta give it. Whatever obstacles you have overcome, whatever successes you have achieved on this particular day, I am extremely proud of you. But if no one else is proud, you be proud of your damn self. All right, I really mean that. We are almost to the end of 2023. And it's about to be 2024. Next year, I will be 30 years old. 33 decades upon the earth. And I believe that more blessings are on the way for me. And I want them to be on the way for you. So, with that being said, enjoy the fireworks for the day that was, for the day that is to come, and for all the blessings that are on the way. I'm going to add something new too, not just for the blessings that are on the way, but for all the curses that were blocked to come your way. As I'm saying that to you, I'm saying to myself, because we always praise the good, but we also need to praise the bad that did not come our way. Amen. Amen. One love, much love, all love. Enjoy the fireworks, everybody. Good night.